You vlog at the best angles, by the way.
This is a good angle. Down there.
It's the 40-year-old angle.
I don't know what I'm doing. I don't even know. Brandon took off the lens of my camera, and I thought it was broken. I'm like, how are we gonna put this back? It's like, I don't know how to use technology. I don't know how to do anything. I'm old, 98 years old, and he's only 22. So I'm not his father. I'm his great grandpa.
I'm 16.
16.
Yeah.
You rounded up. Okay, here with Brandon Harding in the background, and I'm eating one of his rice cakes. You guys are thinking, how in the world are you eating a rice cake? I can eat whatever I want. It's not like I'm dieting, and I have an optional snack every day. I can eat whatever I want.
This is the option I can have every day. I have 5 of these.
I prefer popcorn, but a rice cake will do right now. Then we're going to go eat, and then we're going to go train. It's his back day. It's my back, chest, and triceps day, so I'm just going to kind of do a little bit of everything because we're flying out to Mexico tomorrow morning.
You and Brandon?
Yep.
Me and Greg. We're
Trying to get taller here.
Have
But
I been kicked out of this trip for Brandon?
Yeah. I'm gonna,
you can come too.
you can go back to the UK.
Yeah.
There we go. Let's look it
Take
up.
my flight. We'll go to Mexico. I've never been to Mexico.
Mexico does sound more fun than
It
probably
does.
here.
Yes.
That's
Sounds-
why, hence us wanting to go, right?
Yeah. It sounds better than.
We could bring Brandon. We could train down there.
Cold, rainy UK.
Yeah.
I am pretty hungry. Been up for since 3-something this morning.
Yeah.
Well, we're about to head out because of food. Good.
I had French fries for breakfast, and I had 2 apples, a banana, 2 protein bars, some crackers, and a handful of mini wheats.
You vlog at the best angles, by the way.
This is a good angle. Down there. So I'm not his father. I'm his great grandpa.
I'm 16.
16.
Yeah.
You rounded up. Big time, man. Anyway, we'll tune in a bit later. So, I was telling these guys I forget to record, and so I just recorded the entire meal that we're about to eat, and I forgot to press record. I don't make this shit up. It's recording now because I see the number. See, I pressed the button and I didn't let go because I thought it was a story. Anyway, I got a baby burger. It's the tiniest, it's grass-fed. I don't care about that. She has the same thing. Brandon has salmon, beets for anabolism because it's 19% more strength, and sweet potatoes. And I've already explained all the stuff. It gets boring the second half. And then that's spinach and chicken
And hummus.
and yumminess.
And rice.
Hummus and rice and yumminess. So we're gonna eat that, and then we're gonna go to the gym and train. Good times. Just finished up cardio. Brandon's gone to the bathroom, done cardio, and then we're gonna train. Back, I'm doing back, chest, and triceps. There's the girlfriends. 2 girlfriends, but they're not both mine. No. I can only handle one. Yeah, so this gym is pretty stacked. A lot of the top guys training here. I'm told Quinton's training here. Frank McGrath's training here. Antoine Vaillant's training here. Brandon brought Chris Bumstead to train here. So that's some pretty good lineup of guys who are way better built than I am. We'll record a few sets later on, but this was the warm-up. And it is about 8 o'clock at night, so it's pretty late for me to train, but no big deal. Not going too crazy. It's been a month since my show.
You have to tap it.
Again, I recorded nothing. I'm so stupid.
Just tap it.
I'm like one of those morons I talk about, but it's with technology.
It's okay, we were just telling our stories about being sick
Barf
of
stories.
Barf stories. We're going to Mexico and tomorrow, and the last time we went or the time before,
It was 2 years ago, Dominican.
so much barf, so much.
barf.
It was so bad.
Not fun.
There was 3 or 4 barf bags on the floor, and then the people were walking on it and stepping on it, and barf was going everywhere.
And I was like, that's my barf.
Yeah, it
And
was
I
not
peeled
fun.
off the plate. Yeah, it's not fun.
No,
Not fun.
I have to raise the camera.
Yeah.
So I tried to record and I didn't press record again. Just like at the restaurant. This is what I do. All right, so we're ready to start. So let's I'm gonna press pause. Okay, so I'm going to be talking about what we did during this workout plan. So I'm going to basically just try to voice this over. I did deadlifts for the first time in about a year and a half because I have injuries, blah, blah, so many problems. So I just put like 4 plates just to see what it'd feel like. I did like 8 or 9 reps, and I was like, oh, my knee's hurting. And I know I have the strength for at least 5 plates for 10, probably 15 if I just wanted to, but I'm not risking injury, and it's not worth it. And I really just can't do this anymore, so I didn't. And Brandon's deadlifting, and we weren't up a plate, 2 plates, 3 plates, 4 plates, 5 plates. He wanted to go to 6. I said, no, 545 first, and then if you feel it and you're in the mood, then you can go for a PR, because he really wanted that PR. So we backed off, and it was a good thing because the 585 would have been quite heavy. We don't want him to get injured, so we're playing it safe. So that's what the plan was for the deadlifts. He was a little bit disappointed that he wasn't able to go for a PR that day, but it's, better play it safe. You can't always PR in the gym, and nor are we focused on powerlifting. So it's hypertrophy. So the rep ranges are more important. So you can't go for maxes all the time. So I'm doing chest and back, like alternating. So I'm benching for the first time in a long time. I got 275, which would have been a joke for me back in the day, but I haven't done it. And this hurt bad. Every rep hurt my shoulder. The last 3 inches of chest, killer. So I just can't bench anymore. I've too many torn things in my body. Labrums. Who knows what's torn? I don't get the surgeries. I'm supposed to get surgery. So I back off and I do different stuff that allows me to train. That's what I do. Here's my girlfriend. She's benching, 95 pounds. She's doing good with it. She's pausing in control, stopping the weight on the chest to avoid injury. None of this bounce it, go crazy, get injured stuff. It's be safe. You don't want to get injured. And she's smiling, having a good time finishing it off on that bench press. Lats. We're working the lats, back, pull down. This machine was awesome. The weights, it felt super light. We put 2 plates to start, and we're like, yeah, this is a joke. You just want to get a good stretch at the top, squeeze at the bottom, and really control the weight on the eccentric, which is a bar going up. Okay? If you can hold the squeeze at the bottom, you're going to get that much more out of the set. Worst thing you can do is just slamming the thing up and down and using momentum and just getting your ego in the way. So these are pretty good control. Here at the end, he's going a little bit faster. Okay, so you can see I'm slowing the weight down on the way up. I'm not just letting it fall up. Fall up makes no sense, but it's true. Gravity's pulling it. Okay, so I'm pulling it down. There's 4 plates aside, so it's kind of heavy. It's a pretty heavy set for me here. But I'm still training as hard as I can. I'm pulling it. I'm under control. You can see it's taking a little bit of time to pull down. The squeezes are definitely hurting. You can see it in my face there. I can't even complete the rep here. And then I'm doing partials because I'm going beyond failure because that's just how I train as a pro. If you're an amateur or intermediate, you don't have to train that hard. But for me, I do. Now, if you're not making progress, maybe you have to increase the intensity. Most people train like friggin' pussies. So if you are one of those people and you're not a beginner or intermediate, maybe up the intensity. You don't need to go all out nuts crazy, but maybe just add a rep. Add 1 more rep, a little bit harder. Not the hardest set in the world, mind-blowing crazy. Harder than last time. Little bit harder. You decide what that is, okay? Doesn't have to be crazy. We're just chatting, me and Brandon. So what we did was we answered questions that Brandon's fans wanted to know about me, him, and what have you. So we were answering questions between sets. So we had quite a bit of rest between most of our sets. The workout took 2 hours plus. Normally it would take 75, tops 90 minutes. So here is another back exercise. We're pulling in, and this exercise felt awesome. You could really pull the bar up. I normally wear VersaGrip Pros for my grip, but the grips were so easy here, I didn't have to worry about it. Okay, so it was really quite easy. Again, you train hard. You pull the weight as far up as you can and squeeze. Don't just drop the weight down. Under control. Keep the eccentric motion under control. You can see I'm doing partials here again because I couldn't do any more reps the full way. I'm trying to keep the intensity up. Brandon's up next. 3 plates on each side. He's stretching at the bottom, pulling up high. Very good control on the eccentric here. That's how you want to do this. Very good repetitions here. very good control, pulling and squeezing at the top. That's how you want to do it. You're not going to get hurt training this way. If the weight's appropriate for you, you should be able to do that. If it's too heavy, you're not going to be able to pull and do it at all. So now you can see he's speeding it up here because at the end it's just too hard. So he's trying to get really good sets to failure here, and so he's doing some more intense stuff. Shirt's coming off, guys. He's sweating it up now. So yeah, here it is again. I'm just putting my hands on his lats so that he has better mind-muscle connection. Some of you might not feel your back. It's very difficult to train back. You don't see your back. You see your chest. You see your shoulders. You see your quads. You can't see the back, what's going on. So if somebody puts a finger on any spot on your back, you're going to automatically be like, oh, I feel that. And there's actually 3 plates and a 35 on here, so it's actually heavier than what I was thinking. But you can see the reps are pretty good. He's stretching and getting a good squeeze. You see just how big and massive his back actually is. I'm not a small guy. I'm short, but I certainly have a lot of muscle. So, you know, for him to make me look small, it just shows just how much muscle he does have. And I'm telling you, for his age and with his shape, once he gets shredded, it's going to be like night and day from his last show. He's going to be incredible. And I do think he's going to get his pro card within the next year. So here I am trying to just get everything out of this. Partial reps at the end, a little bit of shrug action. Couldn't do any more reps. And that's literally how I train all the time. That's how I do my exercises. Seated rows. This machine was insane. I was like, okay, I put the stack up and it took me like 3 tries just to get the bar moving. It's 300 pounds and Brandon's doing it no problem. This is a little bit too heavy for him, but you know, he was in the mood to go really hard. Not ideal to do him this way. Not the best form here, but just in the mood to use the same weight as I had, to be honest. And so you want to be careful. It's okay, here's my set with that weight. A little bit heavy. You can see I don't have as good a control. You know, you can see it in my face. I'm not having a good time with this weight. But I am trying to slow it down a little bit on the way down. There's a little bit of control there, but it's not the best set. You see my butt, it's pulling me right off. It's just too heavy. That's ego lifting that I did right there. Don't train like that. I'm a moron. I shouldn't be doing that. Mag grips. These are freaking amazing for your grips. So easy to hold on. Getting a good stretch at the top. You can see my scapula is just like spreading out like the bones. These are bones. It's not even a muscle that you're seeing there. Good definition in my back. I'm pretty happy with that. I'm pretty lean for what I'm seeing. Wearing some Jed North clothing, and a lot of you like that, and a lot of you don't. Whatever. I like it. And that was a set. You can see it's not the entire set, but I'm just pointing at where it feels. It's working the serratus as well, and the lats right in the armpit. It's such a wide grip. I'm not that wide. I'm not like 6'2". Like Brandon, he doesn't have his hands as wide on the same grip because he's taller. It's a really good set. He could be slowing the weight down a lot more in eccentric. I would like to see it slower on the way up. So he's used to, that's how most guys train. So see these reps right here that I'm doing? See how much slower it is on the way up? You got to leave your ego at the door. You might need to drop 30% of the weight just to be able to do this. I used to train the opposite. I used to swing weights. I had bad form. And as I got older, I got wiser. And I trained smarter and harder. Both. Okay, so I'm definitely under control. I'm not able to pull the weight down the whole way, you can see. So the set's done. That's failure. That's all you need to do. Failure is as hard as you need to go. There you see a great example of what Brandon's back looks like in the mirror here. You can see the width, and it's just crazy wide. Wide shoulders, lots of muscle. And again, probably 15, 16% body fat, but that's fine for off-season. We're not trying to be shredded year-round here. The goal isn't that. 15% is very healthy. It's a good body fat percentage. So he's swinging the weight a little bit too quick. I would like to see it slow down a bit. But again, this is the first time that we trained together, and I did mention this a few times, and we did a few sets like that, and this is just a few examples of the sets we did. I mean, we did about a dozen extra sets than we've shown in this video. And here's the same angle. You can see my back is more defined than Brandon's, but I'm only 4.5 weeks post-competition. So obviously my body fat's lower. I'm about 7% here. There's Brandon filming in the back. This guy is really good with the camera. He knows what he's doing. He's got like a $5,000 camera. It's like awesome. There's his girlfriend in the back texting. That's probably what I would be doing. And he's recording, and I'm pulling the thing down, leaning back, trying to get a little bit of swing at the end here. And here, serratus lat pull-downs is what I called them. It works the bear claw muscles in the front of the, like, basically the armpit towards your abs, the obliques on the side. It's a great exercise. If you do a thigh and abdominal pose, you want your lats to pop right out on that pose, this is what's going to do it. I'm doing partials here because I couldn't get the weight down. That's to failure and beyond. This is how I train. All right, we're just finished training. Me and Brandon finished the back workout. We did some Q&A stuff with him. Had a great workout. He's looking good. He's in shape. He's big. He's massive. Small waist, wide shoulders, what you want. And we're off to Mexico tomorrow. So
I wish I was too.
Yeah.
we're almost trying to convince him. We almost had him convinced to go. Anyway, GregDoucette.com for coaching. Greg Doucette, IFBB Pro on Instagram. Follow Brandon Harding on Instagram and YouTube as well. Watch.
You want me to say what I'm...
Watch one of his videos. It's going to be like right there, and then one of mine over here. Anything to add?
No, not at all.
Until next time.